Hey guys, it's Emma and welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a while since I've actually sat down and been home and made a video. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you've never been here before, of course, my name's Emma. And today we are going to talk about applying to college because as a senior, that is just about all I've been doing other than obviously school, APs, sports. I mean, it's not the only thing I've been doing, but let's be honest, it's on all of our minds right now, whether you're a current senior or you're going to be a senior. I'd love it if you stick around. I'm just going to kind of share the colleges that I'm applying to, where I am in the process, my advice. I'll definitely give a more comprehensive video of this once I've actually gotten in, and of course I'm planning to make one of those reaction like get in videos that I love on YouTube. Honestly, I should probably stop watching those, but I do love to watch them and I know a lot of people do as well. So I will likely do that, but for now this is kind of just my update at the beginning of the process. I definitely have done a lot more work than most, but that is just because, as a little bit of a preface, I have my high school swim season from August to November, and that's pretty comprehensive. I have practices every single day of the week, sometimes morning, sometimes night, sometimes both. So that has been taking up a lot of my life, and that is why I've had to do so much beforehand and why I seem like I'm so much further ahead than others. But take into account that I genuinely have very little free time right now. So don't feel panicked. Everyone goes at their own pace. And without further ado, here is my college update. Okay, so for the colleges I'm applying to, I have actually kind of a long list. I really love all of these places. Not a single place on this list I would be disappointed to go. I really love all of them, and yeah, so I'll just read them out. First, St. Andrews. Obviously, if you've seen my first trip to the UK video, which is one of my most popular on my channel, I think it's up there. I'm getting better about pointing out the eye icon, but if you've seen that video, you'd know how much I absolutely love St. Andrews. I had a student from my school show me around there. It's in Scotland and it's a super cool school. I just love it. I love that town. It really just spoke to me, as cringy as that sounded, but genuinely when you set foot on some campuses, you just know, and this was one of those ones for me. 2, Oxford, obviously. Again, if you've been on my channel, this is not a surprise. I literally have been talking / making videos about Oxford for a very long time, especially because I went there as part of a program. So this one has been a bit harder of an application process, which I'll talk about later, but that's on the list. Next, Barnard. This is not in alphabetical order, I'm just realizing this, but Barnard. This is also not a surprise because I was literally just there the entire summer, and if you haven't watched that series of videos, I'd really recommend you do it. That kind of was my whole uploading schedule this summer, a little bit into September. Made a lot of memories there, had a lot of fun. It was great. So I love that place. I love the people. It's a super cool environment and I would love to go there. Next is Bowdoin. This is in Maine. Actually, one of my Oxford professors recommended this school to me. She went there and obviously highly recommended it. I don't know why that took me so long to say, but I really am intrigued by this one. It's a great school, as you obviously know, has a lot of good literary / English connections. The professor that I'm talking about actually ended up publishing a book and doing a lot of journalism related stuff, so I've definitely seen firsthand how people similar to what I aspire to be have come from this college, so that's why it's on the list. I love it. Next is University of Edinburgh. Obviously, I guess not obviously because I didn't really show it on my video, but I walked around a bunch of these university buildings and I really love the city of Edinburgh, and genuinely I also took a little bit of a deeper dive into the student life because I wasn't exactly sure how it was. I don't know if that sounds a little silly, but I wasn't exactly sure how day-to-day life was there as opposed to other universities. Didn't see a lot of content about it online, couldn't really investigate it. I would really recommend Emma Louise's videos. I think it's Emma XO Louise on YouTube for some University of Edinburgh content. Was a little influenced, but genuinely beyond just seeing the student life and investigating more into it. Great school, great English program, and I love the city, so I would love to go there. Next, Tufts. So I think this is a part of my visiting colleges video. Maybe, I have no idea. It's been a long time since I've made that video, honestly. But I did visit Tufts, whether it's in the video or not, I can't remember, might be, but I really loved it. It was a super cute town and kind of just the vibe really spoke to me. It was raining while I was there, so I didn't see it in the best of conditions, but honestly, I like the rain, and I just really liked how it was laid out. I liked the campus. It was very neat, and this like small town vibe was also really like homey. I also come from a small town, so I just kind of felt at home automatically being there. So that's why that one's on the list. I really like that one. I definitely have a lot of friends that applied / are applying there, so we'll see what happens. Also, if you guys can't tell, I cut myself bangs and they are growing out a bit, so they're either in my eyes or not, so we'll just kind of, I'm probably gonna be messing with them throughout the video. Sorry. Okay. Next one is Iowa. This is obviously, it's such a great school for creative writing. They have the like creative writing camp in the summers, which I'm actually going to try to apply and do this summer, so we'll see if I end up doing that. But they are just a very good school for creative writing, and as you guys know, that's kind of like my area subject of study, English and creative writing. So a great school. I don't really have to say more about that. I think everyone kind of knows or has heard of that. That's like one of the things Iowa is known for, so that's why that one's there. Next is UW-Madison. I really love this school. I have a parent who is an alumni from there, and it's also just a great school in general. I definitely think Madison has become a lot more known over the years. When I was younger, there weren't as many people, but I definitely know that a lot of my friends from California apply there, stuff like that. And it's just been a school, obviously, that I've known. I'm very familiar with it, is what I'm trying to say. And obviously they're prestigious in like basically every department, English included, so that's just another plus. And I really like the campus and the atmosphere. So I actually haven't been able to visit this one, but my next one is Lake Forest College. Hopefully I'll be able to visit it soon. I think my mom and I are going to take a little road trip there at some point, but we shall see. And I really like this one, obviously literary type thing, and also I was looking through like the alumni. I like to investigate like where the people go on their career paths, and someone ended up going to Oxford, so you know what, I'll take it any day I can get. And I really liked their English program, and I just like the overall curriculum and the fact that even though it's a lesser known college, it is still academically like good enough to be able to propel you onwards, which is obviously my goal. Next is University College London. Okay, so these are my two London schools. This is the first one, obviously, and I don't really feel like I even have to explain this. I love London. It was a very brief portion of the video, but I did kind of like, my mom and I drove around like the campus area, saw the buildings and stuff. It's very much a city school, but I actually don't mind city schools. Barnard's on my list, so is NYU later down, and I'd really love to go to this one. Honestly, it's just so cool, and I love the kind of London atmosphere, and they're really good in English. I mean, so just another plus for me. Next is King's College London. Again, super good school in a super amazing environment. I just feel like I'm repeating myself, but I'm really excited about this one. Hey guys, sorry for the angle change. My SD card ran out of battery, but we'll get right back to it. So I believe I was just talking about King's College London. Hopefully I'm not wrong. But next is William & Mary. William & Mary, I'm actually quite excited about. I first discovered it because they have an exchange program with St. Andrews, which was kind of like the jumping off point for me. But it's not the only reason I chose it. From then I realized that it was kind of on the East Coast, which I feel like if you, from my list, you can kind of get that I like the East Coast areas. Very familiar to me. I really felt very comfortable there. So William & Mary ticks all those boxes, and they had like a great English program, and I just think study abroad opportunities are a big kind of something I'm looking for in general. So the fact that it had that with St. Andrews and then probably even has others is just more pros in its favor. That's that one. Okay, next is Northwestern. So Northwestern, I'm actually really interested in. They have a great kind of like journalism, also English. Obviously it's a great school. I don't feel like I need to say too much about that, but I also really like the location. I like being near water, so it being kind of like near Lake Michigan and also in kind of a neat area. I haven't been able to visit this one yet. However, I do have a friend who goes there at the moment, so I'm not totally clueless about it. And I did also really like our admissions rep that came to our school. She explained it very well, and I felt like there was a lot of opportunity for me there, so we'll see. All right, next is NYU. I already hinted at this one before, but yep, I love NYU. I obviously walked around it in my New York City video. Again, I'm making all these references. I know I was there, I just don't know if I filmed it, but I really, really loved NYU. I like the campus, and I like how it's kind of a city school. I'm not someone who minds the schools being like integrated in a city, I kind of can roll with both. I can do traditional college layout, but also being in a city. Both are good to me, and NYU is just a great example, I think, of being integrated in a city and like the city living. Obviously, I love New York City. It's expensive, but I really, really like NYU, and they obviously have a good like writing and English program, and I think it would be a great opportunity. This goes for Barnard as well, but having a lot of publishing houses in the city and nearby, maybe a little bit of networking opportunities for me. But yeah, so that's NYU. Next is UNC. UNC is actually something that like a lot of my friends were kind of surprised that I decided to apply there, but I've always really liked UNC. My parents really like it as well, like they go to some of the games and stuff, and I really, really like their English program. I know I just keep saying that, but let's be honest, I'm applying with the intention of going into English, so that is what I examine when I look at the university. I'm not really looking as much overall because I already kind of know, so yeah, that's why. But yeah, UNC is such a great school, and I really like the campus as well. It's like super pretty. So again, I just keep saying fingers crossed, or we'll see, but we'll see. Next is George Washington. So I actually didn't visit this one, but my best friend visited, and my mom has also really spoken highly of it to me. She says I would totally love it. Done a bit of research on the school because I'm not one to take suggestions without kind of like forming my own opinion. So, but I did do some research on the school, and obviously because it's on this list, I was really excited about this one. So great school, great English program, obviously. Next one is a bit of a wild card. I actually really, really like this school, but I'm having a bit of trouble applying to it, which you might be like, Emma, what? But okay, it's Trinity College Dublin, and most people within the EU do this, like, I forget what it's kind of like their own Common App or UCAS, right, for like the Ireland schools. But I'm not doing that because it's in the EU, so I'm doing it directly through the website, but for some reason the website link keeps crashing, like, to apply for the program. So I don't know if I've just missed the date, which I really doubt I have because I've been checking it since August, maybe before. So I'm gonna email them and figure those difficulties out. But I love, love, love this college. So prestigious, so cool. Obviously, I'm not afraid to set my goals high and go out of the country, and Ireland's pretty close to where I've been looking anyways, so I feel like I definitely feel at home, and it's just a great school. Next is Carleton. Okay, I'm really, really excited about Carleton as well. I feel like I'm just repeating myself, so maybe I'll try to keep it a bit more brief, but the English program is great. Definitely like fits my vibe, the location and everything. So yeah. Last is Yale. This was my one where it was like total moonshot. Like, it's not gonna probably happen, but you know what? I might as well have one on this list where I'm like, not one. A lot of these are really hard to get into, do not get me wrong, but Yale is genuinely like the one where I'm just like throwing spaghetti at a wall. The other ones I've chosen because I at least know that I have a chance, or because I believe I would fit in there. Yale is like, God, I hope, but who knows. Anyway, though, I really, really loved the representative they had at our school. I think it was, yeah, she gave a great talk and really explained it quite well. And obviously with all these like prestigious, well-funded schools, there definitely was a lot of opportunity there, and might as well pick one that's just like totally what the heck. And that's my what the heck option. So that is my college list. Now, as for an update as how all the applying has been going, I kind of was ahead, like I've already said in the beginning of the video, but I have actually already sent off my 5 UK applications, so those are out into the world. Started getting emails back from them saying they've received them, so that is great. I'm super excited about that, and honestly, I'm just like, now I really want to know, which I know I'm an impatient person. I'm just gonna have to figure out how to wait, but because the UK ones are a rolling basis and they don't really give you a date, they could respond to me at any time, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm very excited about those. Very glad I got those off my chest. I did those all through UCAS, which was a very easy process. I would definitely recommend UCAS if you're not a senior or if you're kind of just looking for different options. Schools in the UK are generally cheaper, which is just kind of mad because it's literally in a different country and somehow it still manages to be cheaper than like half of the colleges on my list. But nonetheless, it is still definitely expensive. But if you compare St. Andrew's tuition, which I think it was about like £30,000, which I'm not sure what that is adjusted for like currency exchanges, compared to like Barnard, which is maybe like $90,000. I don't know, not many people pay full price. I'm still kind of figuring out the financial aspect of it, but I'm very grateful to have parents that are willing to support me in that. So my point being, and circling back to all of that, UK schools are a great opportunity, and I would recommend checking out UCAS. It's super easy. You write one personal statement and send it to all, and was super easy. It definitely took me a lot of work because I had to cut down that character count, and I put a lot of love into it, so I really hope the schools can see that. But yeah, the other part of that process that has been pretty hard is if you're applying to Oxford or Cambridge, make sure you get on top of the admissions tests, because I had a scare this week where even though I was on top of it, which I say make sure you get on top of it, I was on top of it and this still happened to me, so who knows, sometimes you just can't control it. But I had signed up for 2 testing centers, I guess like just the one I was going to do absolutely, and then my backup just in case. Both of them canceled on me and told me that they were not offering the ELAT, or like English literature examination, which is what I need to take for English literature. And I was absolutely screwed because I would have had to drive to Texas. That would have been the nearest test center to me, which is just crazy because it was just totally not accessible. So last minute I had to run to my counselor and say, please, please, do you think you can proctor this test for me? Because I don't know how else I'm gonna take it. And it was a huge stressor for me. So I'd recommend at least getting on top of it and maybe actually talking to your counselor ahead of time, because I didn't realize how kind of easy, I mean, not easy, you have to make sure you have all the IT qualifications with the computers and your systems and stuff because it's online, but other than that, it's not too much work if you're not doing it paper and pencil. So I'd recommend like talking to your counselor beforehand and just saying, hey, like maybe we'll have to resort to this option because we don't have a testing center near us. I wish I had definitely done that just to have some insurance, because I felt bad springing it on her, but she pulled through and I appreciate it so much. So other than the UK ones, I finished most of my supplementals. I think I have like 4 schools worth of supplementals left. I've kind of just put them all in a document and started going a little crazy. I've been filling in my details in the Common App, the activities and stuff. And yeah, so I haven't sent any of those off yet, but I'm kind of just working on it. And I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. I know this is like different from what I've been posting the whole summer, but I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you're a senior, or if you're going to be a senior, I hope this was helpful in some way, or maybe just gave you some ideas. Like, check out the UK schools. That's all I have to say. I'm really excited about those, and I'm really excited about all of my US ones. Genuinely, not one of these options was picked because I didn't actually like the school and could see myself there. Might seem like I have a lot, but I'm someone who gets interested and like excited easily in a bunch of things. So I do genuinely feel passionately about all of them, and I would be honored to be accepted by all of them. So I guess that's it. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching. Let me know if you'd like to see any more of like this style content. Honestly, this is probably what I'll be working on for the next few months, so maybe just work with me or something like that. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.